Imagine a room. Silent. No notifications. No conversations. No movement. Only you. At first. Perhaps it feels peaceful. Then hours pass. Days pass. Something changes. Thought becomes louder. Time becomes strange. The mind turns inward. And eventually, one question appears. What happens to a human being without connection? Isolation is one of the oldest human experiences. And one of the most feared. Not because humans hate silence. But because silence removes witnesses. Tonight, we explore the psychology of isolation. Loneliness. Identity. Self-discovery. And what remains when the world becomes distant. Part 1. Solitude is not isolation. Humans often confuse these words. Solitude. Isolation. They sound similar. But psychologically, they are different worlds. Solitude is chosen. Isolation is often imposed. A person sitting alone by a lake may feel peace. Another person inside a crowded city may feel isolated. Because loneliness is not absence of people. It is absence of connection. Modern society demonstrates this constantly. People surrounded by thousands still feel invisible. Part 2. Humans are built for connection. Human beings evolved socially. People survive through groups. Families. Communities. Shared meaning. Connection shapes identity. Others become mirrors. Through them humans learn. Who am I? What matters? Where do I belong? Isolation interrupts this process. Without reflection from others, identity can become uncertain. The person begins asking, who am I when nobody sees me? This question feels philosophical, but also deeply psychological. Part 3. The pain of loneliness. Loneliness hurts. Not metaphorically. Psychologically. Physiologically. The brain often reacts to social separation similarly to threat. Humans interpret isolation as danger. Why? Because throughout history, separation could mean vulnerability. Modern loneliness feels different. People remain physically safe, yet emotionally disconnected. This creates a strange contradiction. Connected everywhere, belonging nowhere. Part 4. Time changes in isolation. Isolation alters time. Days blur. Moments stretch. Memory changes. Without social structure, life loses rhythm. Conversations disappear. External events decrease. The mind becomes the primary environment. For some people, this creates introspection. For others, psychological exhaustion. Because humans are suddenly left alone with themselves. And not everyone feels comfortable there. Part 5. Overthinking and the echo chamber. Isolation often intensifies thought. Without external interruption, the mind repeats itself. Memories return. Regrets appear. Future fears expand. The person becomes both speaker and audience. Thought echoes. Sometimes endlessly. This is why prolonged isolation can feel overwhelming. Humans need dialogue. Not only with others, but with reality outside the self. Without it, the internal world grows louder. Part 6. The creative side of isolation. Yet isolation is not only suffering. History is filled with people who entered silence intentionally. Writers, philosophers, monks, artists, thinkers. Why? Because isolation removes noise. And beneath noise, New ideas appear. Self-awareness deepens. Creativity emerges. The world slows. Isolation becomes observation. The paradox remains. The same silence that wounds one person may transform another. Part 7: Modern Isolation. Modern life created a new form of loneliness. Digital isolation. People communicate constantly. Yet emotional depth often decreases. Messages replace presence. Visibility replaces intimacy. Algorithms replace community. Humans receive attention, not always connection. This creates psychological hunger. The need not merely to be seen, but understood. Part 8: Who are you alone? Isolation removes performance. No audience. No social role. No external identity. Only self remaining. This encounter can feel terrifying. Many people discover they know their public image, but not themselves. Isolation asks difficult questions. What remains when validation disappears? Who are you without comparison? Can identity survive silence? Part 9: Loneliness or Transformation. Isolation stands between two possibilities: collapse, transformation. Some people become consumed by loneliness. Others discover clarity. Difference often depends on meaning. Isolation without meaning becomes suffering. Isolation with reflection may become growth. Neither path is guaranteed. Silence contains both danger and revelation. Part 10: Final Reflection. Humans fear isolation because connection shapes existence. People need belonging, recognition, shared meaning. Yet isolation also reveals hidden territory. The inner world. The unobserved self. Perhaps loneliness is painful because humans are social beings. But perhaps silence also contains something valuable. A chance to meet the self beneath performance. Maybe isolation is not only separation from others. Maybe sometimes it is the journey back toward oneself.